Okay, so welcome to video 4 of my extensive tutorial playlist here, the Squad Hub instructions. Now, the page layout won't be a surprise to you. Again, you have your traits, below them your abilities, and on the left here your instructions. These are very important instructions. You do need to refer to them here. It tells you about the training regimes, about player fitness, development, and about player renegotiation. So you need to read this to understand what the rule set is asking of you, and then you'll have your abilities easily referenceable here on the right hand side. Now, if you want to play with authentic league rules, then you do so. I have 2 of them here, Premier League and La Liga, and I will be updating more soon, but you can just figure them out on your own and play with them. A little bit of added difficulty. And it ties into the rest of the sheet, which is a player list. Now, the beginning, the instructions and the abilities are mandatory and you have to follow them. The player list is an optional tool for you. It's there, and if you want your squad nicely organized, then you have a little bit more time, then you can input them and they're nicely displayed here. It's also a way for you to log information, and I will get to that in a second, but the way you use this player list is this input tool on the right hand side. So you have ID numbers here. You pick the ID number. So let's say the first row over here, and you're going to input the player information. So where it says enter name, you're going to write in our case, Pickford. Then you're going to move on to the overall and potential and do the same thing. I'm going to guess here, 81 overall, 85 potential. Then you're going to pick his position, goalkeeper. You're going to look for his nationality in the drop-down menu. In this case, England. A nice little flag will populate. Then you're going to select his role. Let's say he's crucial. A wage, let's guess 70,000, and how many years has he been at the club? So let's say 4 years, I think it is. So you've got your information logged, and now you can add little icons that will appear in this information section over here. Now I'm gonna select all of them to show you what they look like, but what they are is the middle one is whether your player is a youth academy graduate, just to help you log how many youth players you have at your club. This top icon over here is the gentleman's agreement icon, which is a trait which you can pick up in the CoreDNA sheet, that when an offer comes in for your player and you have to sell, you can tell the player, okay, listen, I'll sell you at the end of the season and he's yours until the end of the season, then you have to transfer list him. So you can log that information and who those players are by picking this icon, and this icon at the bottom is very similar. This player won't sign a new contract, and there is certain instances which you'll read about in the instructions where players won't re-sign a contract because a bigger club has come in for them, and you have to know that at the end of the contract he is planning to leave. So you select this, you log which players those are, and you now know. Once you have this information filled out, you click submit, and the player appears over here in ID number 1, and you go through the IDs and you populate your squad. Now, if you want to remove a player, you go back to the ID, his information pops right back up, and you click remove, and then that row clears itself. And that's it for Squad Hub instructions.